harsher punishment for drunk driving in Missouri. I'll have more coming up in a live report.
And there's a possibility for some severe weather down in the Lake of the Ozarks as we have a watch that's been posted till midnight tonight.
Turning up the power, Columbia residents speak out about taser use. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Trying to tame tasers, a Columbia group took a major step today. Good evening, I'm Angie Bailey.
And I'm Emily Rowling for Jim. Thanks for joining us. KOMU 8's Taryn Schaefer is here with a report about the people behind a petition drive to ban tasers in the city. Taryn?
Angie and Emily, the group calls itself For a Taser-Free Columbia. Members delivered their petition to the city clerk this morning. The Columbia Police Department says some of the language in the petition is redundant and is already in place. It's already a Class 1 misdemeanor for anyone, including police officers, to use a taser inappropriately.
Okay, thanks, Taryn. Columbia City Manager Bill Watkins delivered the State of the City address today. Watkins described the state of the city government as, quote, stable. Still, he said the City Council has work to do in a few areas, including adding bus services for IBM employees and expanding the Orange Line, updating sewer rates, and making changes to the stormwater utility. Failure to do so could mean government fines.
Witness what they just did in Kansas City, where they were fined millions of dollars, and the settlement was billions of dollars to be spent by Kansas City over the next 20 years. That could easily happen to Columbia.
Watkins said it's unlikely Columbia residents will see any increases in fees for city services. You can read the Columbia State of the City speech on KOMU.com. Okay, thanks, Dave.
What was once one of the world's largest fire brick plants will soon be back in business. Mid-America Brick announced today it got enough money to reopen the former AP Green brick plant in Mexico. KOMU 8's Emily Spain is live at the plant right now. So, Emily, what should the Mexico community expect from this?
Well, Angie, the town will soon see this plant here behind me reopen and come to life, which includes adding 80 new jobs. Workers will produce more than 60 million bricks per year. The 100-year-old plant closed down in 2002. You can see all these overgrown weeds here around me. AP Green used to make fire bricks that were used to withstand heat, but now the new factory will make bricks for homes and businesses. The plant has a lot of history here. It opened for the first time in 1910, and since multiple generations have worked for the plant. I spoke with the city's economic development director, who told me that reopening the plant would mean a lot for the community.
And just seeing it sit empty, I think it's done a lot for the mental makeup of the community. And I think seeing it open, seeing lights on, seeing it clean, seeing different things happening here will really be a huge benefit to the community itself.
The company worked for 3 years to finance the project with the help of private and local investments, along with city and state government help. Just to name a few, the company will spend the first year rebuilding the plant, and then from there they have plans to open production in spring 2011. Reporting live in Mexico, Emily Spain, KOMU 8 News.
Good news for Mexico. Okay, thanks, Emily. A roundtable is on its way to the intersection of Business Route 54 and 2nd Street in Fulton, rather a roundabout. Today, Sam Gaines Construction Incorporated of New Bloomfield won the bid for that project. The Stinson Creek Bridge on Business Route 54 and the one on 2nd Street will both be removed and replaced with a box culvert. Construction is scheduled to start in Fulton this summer.
Today, Governor Nixon signed a bill to reform DWI laws. KOMU 8's Stephanie Zeppelin is live at the Highway Patrol headquarters, where it all took place today. Stephanie?
Emily, that's right, and DWI legislation was one of Nixon's top priorities going into this past legislative session that just ended. And this literally just became a law. I watched him sign it just this afternoon. Among the different parts of the bill, one of the parts that Nixon emphasized was tougher punishments for repeat DWI offenders.
The ultimate impact of all of this was that too often the most dangerous chronic DWI offenders keep driving, keep offending, and keep injuring or killing innocent drivers or pedestrians.
Another important thing that Nixon emphasized was that they can report DWI arrests in real time now. So if someone is arrested one night and gets pulled over 24 hours later, the police officers can go into the system and see that they have a DWI on their record. So this allows them to get more appropriate punishments and know how to proceed with the people they arrest. Repeat offenders will go to state courts instead of municipal courts, and they will be forced to spend more time in jail. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Stephanie Zeppelin, KOMU 8 News.
Okay, thanks a lot, Stephanie. Work can move ahead now on 2 major roadwork projects after the state awarded construction contracts today. The contracts allow for the repair of guard cables and guardrails in mid-Missouri. Collins and Herman Incorporated of St. Louis will work on median guard cables along Interstate 70 in Saline, Cooper, Boone, and Callaway counties. A separate contract was awarded to Mar-Jim Contracting of Lee Summit.
Well, just a day after racial profiling data came out for Missouri, there's a new website that allows anyone to see just who law enforcement agencies are stopping out on Missouri roads. KOMU 8's Chelsea Donahoe explains how the annual vehicle stops report works. And the stops report includes disparity indices, search rates, and contraband hit rates. For a link in the full report, go to KOMU.com.
The NAACP is announcing the lineup for its 2010 convention in Kansas City. Both the Reverends Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton are part of the event this year. So are gospel music stars BB and CeCe Winans and Democratic Congressman Bobby Scott of Virginia and Emmanuel Cleaver of Missouri. There will also be workshops and sessions on education, criminal justice, civil rights, and social justice issues. The event will run July 10th through the 15th. A fire prompted the partial evacuation of a residential high-rise in Kansas City today. The fire started on the 18th floor. Firefighters managed to bring it under control within about 20 minutes. Officials say the 33-story building had more than 230 people in it. Residents on the 22nd floor and below were evacuated. There are no reported injuries.
Well, you can now go online to claim your unclaimed property from the state. Treasurer Clint Zweifels launched the 100% paperless unclaimed property process today. Missouri is one of the first states in the entire country to put this system in place. Before today, you had to submit claims by mail. Now the average wait time for getting your unclaimed property is about 15 days, and that's down from the 43-day average in December 2008. After 22 years, an annual celebration has something new to celebrate.
They're stepping up to make a festival more accessible.
There's still a possibility of some rain and thunderstorms, mainly down south of us at the Lake of the Ozarks region. I've got the latest forecast next on KOMU 8 News at 6.
Now, your live Doppler 8 First Alert weather with Chief Weathercaster Dave Schmidt.
The above average, they're in the middle 80s. Average for us this time of the year would be 80 degrees.
So we're about there.
We're just about
today.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing unusual about this.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Well, getting out of a local festival without the hidden hazards.
It's Anchors Away in Centralia. You know what we're talking about on KOMU 8 News at 6. Centralia's annual Anchor Fest kicks off on Friday, and local residents are setting up with the festival with safety in mind.
KOMU 8's Ari Alexander tells us how the Centralia Accessibility Committee is trying to keep people upright at this year's festivities. This year's Anchor Fest runs Friday through Sunday and will have country music concerts, a carnival, and more. The festival was started in honor of A.B. Chance Civil Engineering Company.
Team chemistry when it comes to sports, not necessarily an easy thing to come by.
But for the Rockridge girls soccer team, it is a key part of their success.
Welcome back. Live Doppler 8 First Alert radar showing us some thunderstorms developing down by Camdenton and Osage Beach. Nothing severe here just yet, but be advised there is a watch also in that area until midnight tonight.
First up in tonight's photo finish, Virginia Daly captured 2 geese proudly leading their little, what are they, goslings? Yeah, around the pond. And this tornado made a surprise visit while Brandy and Sierra Foreman were on a campus tour in Maryville. Send us your photos and the stories behind them. We'll put them on KOMU 8 News at 5 and 6. There's the email address. It's shareit@komu.com.
Now here's a look at what we're following for KOMU 8 News at 10. A new construction project may keep you safer on your summer travels.
And earlier we told you about the Columbia State of the City address this morning. To view the entire speech, you can visit our website at komu.com. That's all our time for now, folks. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.